Hello friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Danny and today it's time for my last official update for Bucket List-athon 2024. In these videos, I typically tell you what books I have read, what books I am going to continue reading, and then I talk about the Booktuber highlight. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because it is the end of the readathon. So we're going to talk about the books that I accomplished within the last week because I did not do an update for you guys on Thursday because I figured I would just go through the end of the readathon. So I'll talk to you guys about what I have accomplished in the dates of the official readathon, the things that I still have to accomplish prior to the end of the year for my original plans, and Booktuber highlights. But then I also have some stats for you guys where throughout the readathon you all were sending me what books you had read, what goals you had met, what prompts you were reading for, and so I just have some numbers to give to you guys that I find fascinating. So first, the only book I have read for Bucket List-athon in the last week and a half is Ludluda. So I did finally finish Ludluda. This is a book I've been reading throughout the entire month for Bucket List-athon. It was the end of a series, and so I'm glad to have finished it. Unfortunately, I did not enjoy this one as much as I enjoyed the first book in the series, which is Gog Magog. I ended up rating this a 3.5 star. So still, it was still a fun book. I just think that there were some things about the story that I was giving a little grace for in the first book because I knew it was a series and I thought maybe we would come back and tie up some loose ends, and really we don't. And so, not saying that this book doesn't have like an ending, like there's a definite finite ending, it's not ambiguous, but the world building and some of how things work within this fantasy world are never explained. And so that aspect of it is what didn't work for me for the series as a whole. And this book in particular, if you haven't heard me talk about Gog Magog or Ludluda, you are following a person named Katie. She's a very, very old plant human. And you learn about her, they're called Hagra. You learn about them throughout the storyline, but she is traveling with some people down the river Nisus to the city of Ledwich for certain reasons that you learn throughout the book that I won't go through here. But the reason that Katie had stopped originally ferrying people down the river Nisus is because it is haunted by the ghost of a dragon. And you essentially go through all of the different body parts of the dragon in order to get to Ledwich, and you get to see how each of the cities among the edge of the river live within this dragon's ghost. It is very fascinating, but the parts that kind of disappointed me in the end were the world was very intricate, but we didn't spend enough time in any of the locations that we were in to really understand the culture and the peoples that we were getting to know, which I just found disappointing. There was also a reveal around 75% of the book that I think was a little odd, and I think it almost retracted from the story for me. I think it was an interesting thing that the author decided to have happen, and it completely threw me for a loop. But because of how weird it was from the original storyline, I think it took away from the ending. Like, we weren't allowed to spend as much time with the ending as I think that we should have because we were developing this new thing. But anyway, a 3.5 and an end of a series, so I would count that as a success. Now that we've talked about my success, let's talk about my failure because I did not accomplish hard mode in the month time frame that I gave myself. I will accomplish it by the end of the year, and so I call that a win, but I just want to be transparent. I did not accomplish hard mode by the 15th of December, which is fine. I had 2 books that were outstanding. Really, one of them is like the one that is standing in my way, and that is Fury of the Gods. This was my physical read prompt, and I did get to page 205, so it's a little bit less than halfway, and I will finish this before the end of the year, so this will be another series completed in 2024, which I am excited about. I just didn't get it done within the parameters of the readathon. And the second book I'll come back to this one. The second book that I didn't finish that I had originally told you guys that I was going to was The City of Blades, which I want to read with Rod, who's over in the Discord, and he actually has already completed the book. All the spoilers are there for me, and I'm really excited to get to them, but my library is still just holding out on me. I don't know if there's like a glitch in the system, so I might have to find another way of getting the book, but I do plan on reading it. Technically, the reason that that wasn't the one that was holding me back from finishing hard mode is because that is a buddy read with someone new, and I will say that I've already done that this month with the re-witched buddy read that we did in the Discord, but I still want to read City of Blades. It's another series that I'm gonna continue with, and I just keep looking at like all the spoilers that are in the Discord, like, I want to read it so bad. So I will eventually get to it. And The Fury of the Gods, like I said, I am almost halfway. I am really enjoying this. It reads really quickly, but it's a slow read, if that makes sense. While I'm reading it, I don't feel like it's a slog by any means. I feel like I'm constantly in action throughout the book, but because of all the character names and the politics and some of the magics have come out in this book a little bit more than they have in the others in the Bloodsworn Saga, and I'm really enjoying that. So I'm a little worried though, because I feel like this could be a book where a character that I love ends up dying, but we'll see. Wish me luck, my friends. On to our last Booktuber highlights for this round of Bucket List-athon, and I have two Booktubers I am really excited to introduce you guys to. I'm sure that some of you already know of at least one of these people, and this person has been very, very supportive of the booktube community in general, especially during sprints. I see her on sprints quite frequently and commenting on, like, just keeping us company while those of us who were on Booktube were doing sprints. She is definitely someone who's been on my Thursday sprints for a while now, and she created her own Booktube channel this year, and so I wanted to shout her out, and that is Livia Crafts and Books. Livia is an Italian booktuber and currently has 58 subscribers. Currently on her channel, you will see some TBR videos, readathons. You can definitely tell that she wants to get involved with the community, and I can't wait to see how her channel grows. Next, I have another booktuber that was actually introduced to me through Teresa at Sweet Tea Reads, which I'll also have her linked down below. If you don't know who Teresa is, you should definitely check out her channel as well. But Teresa was lovely and posted a booktube newbie tag in the Discord for Bucket List-athon. And so I wanted to shout this person out because he does only have one video, but it was so relaxing and vibey to listen to. And so I figured I would put him on your guys's purview and maybe get him some subscribers before he puts his next video out. His name is M Reads, and as I said, the booktube newbie tag that he did was very cozy and relaxed, so I like the vibe that he's putting out. I also am really intrigued to see what type of content he creates, because he talks about the fact that he really doesn't want to do TBRs or rant videos. He really wants to do almost like deep dive videos dissecting what he likes about books in specific stories, and I would love to see that. Analytical videos are so fun to watch and ones that I know take a lot of time to create. I'm really excited, especially because I know he was reading The Way of Kings at the time of his booktube newbie tag, and on the comment on that booktube newbie tag he said that there will be a review of that book to come, and as you guys know, that's one of my favorite books of all time. And so I'm excited to hear him dissect it and see what he thought about the plot and the characters. Okay, on to some numbers. I will give you some numbers about myself and how I did during the readathon first, and then I will talk about the readathon as a whole. So overall for Bucket List-athon, I completed 10 books, and that's not including Fury of the Gods. So after I complete Fury of the Gods and after I complete City of Blades, I will have completed 12 books for Bucket List-athon, which is, I'm very excited about that. Currently, I'm at finishing 4,259 pages, because I always like to look at page numbers as well. So that was very fun to see that my average page count or my average page number for each book was 425 pages per book. I do like to, you know, represent the chonky books out there, especially within a readathon. I think that's very fun. And my average rating was a 3.6. So I did enjoy a lot of the books that I read, but I also had some ones that I didn't enjoy quite as much. As far as series, because we know that I was playing for series in Bucket List-athon, out of the 10 books that I completed, 6 of them were for series, 4 of them were series completions. I should say 3 that I completed were series completions, and then this will also be another one. So after I've completed Fury of the Gods, I will have another series completion, which I think is amazing. In 1 month to complete 4 series. I mean, that's probably a record for me. And then I had 1 series that I caught up with. Now, as far as total readathon stats for you guys, let me actually move to the side so I can put a little graphic up here so you guys can see. I had 257 people fill out the sign up form. This does not mean that there are only 257 people that participated, but we're just going to go off of the numbers that I got from the sign up form for this. So 257 people originally signed up, and out of those 257, 172 of you decided to focus on your physical TBR, which I think is fantastic. 49 decided to focus on series, 25 focused on life, and 11 focused on new releases. Overall, as an entire readathon, we read 385 books, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And that accounts for 128,585 pages read. Out of all the books and prompts that were submitted, 218 of them made progress on some type of yearly goal, and 68 of them accomplished a yearly goal. The most selected prompt for Bucket List-athon was a must-read. So you guys were using your little cards that you got to create to actually put books that were on your shelves or on your TBRs. So I love the fact that you were using those cards the most, because those are going to be, you know, books that you wanted to read prior to the end of the year. And then the next highest, so that had 52 people that ended up landing on must read. The next highest was a favorite author at 25. So there's a big difference between the one that got landed on the most versus the second option. And then lastly, I have the ratings for you guys. I went ahead and combined, just for simplicity's sake, the number of 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, and 5 stars. And then when I looked at the average, I looked at all the decimal values that you guys gave. So in general, we had 1 1 star, 19 2 stars, 94 3 stars, 167 4 stars, and 68 5-star reads in this readathon. I absolutely love that. We also had 60 DNFs and then 30 books that were not rated. The average rating for the readathon for all of you, for everybody, this includes myself, was a 3.66. I think this is absolutely incredible. I am so excited that you guys came on this journey with me. It's been such a fun time, and I hope to do it again next year. I hope you guys are interested in coming along with me on another Bucket List-athon journey at the end of next year to try and accomplish some more goals. But in the meantime, we need to make some new ones. So let me know in the comments down below 2 things. 1, let me know what is one thing you would still like to accomplish before the end of 2024, and then what is a primary goal that you're making for 2025. It doesn't have to be anything big. Maybe it's just that you need to relax more often. Let me know those 2 things in the comments down below. If you aren't feeling chatty today, leave me a little calendar emoji or something that constitutes the new year for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you have a lovely evening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!